It is official, the national team break is over. Barcelona are going to be having no injuries at all. We're going to be going into the match against Las Palmas with all players available. Thank God nobody got injured. There was an injury scare like 2 days ago with Koundé. Many thought that he injured his ankle, but it was just a blow. Koundé was okay. He even played in the last match. As for Ronald Araujo was sent off from the Uruguayan national team because the coach simply just did not want to use him, and he knew that Araujo was very important to Barcelona, and so he left the national team very early. So everything is okay, but this is not going to be the conversation that I want to have with you guys. I want to speak about Lamine Yamal. Can you guys believe what Lamine Yamal just did against Brazil? The type of performance that he put on was just amazing. As a matter of fact, he was so good against Brazil that he even got a standing ovation from the people in the Santiago Bernabeu. Let me say that again. Lamine Yamal, who is a Barcelona player, got a standing ovation at the Santiago Bernabeu. It was the exact same game where we even saw Endrick and Vinicius, two players that are connected to Real Madrid. The Santiago Bernabeu is owned by Real Madrid, and the people in this stadium gave a standing ovation to Lamine Yamal. Out of all players, we could have easily seen like some booing or bad chants going up against Lamine Yamal, and all of this cheering going to Vinicius or Endrick, but that did not happen. You want to know why? That is because Lamine Yamal's football was felt through all the fans. Lamine Yamal played so well, they couldn't do anything but applaud the player. At the age of 16 years old, he bossed a really good Brazil team. Everything that he does when he has the ball, he is just amazing. He leads the attack, and it just looks so natural, like it is his game. Nothing that he does on the field has been taught. It is just simply in his DNA. When he has the ball, he knows that he has the game in his head. He can see what he is going to do and what the players are going to do. He sees the open spaces before the rest of the players from the opponents, and his technique allows him to do exactly what he wants to do, and that is why everything just seems so natural. It is so beautiful. I remember seeing him do this dribble on the 87th minute. I was like, dude, is that Messi? Like, I know that it sounds crazy for me to say this, and I know that we always thought that we were never going to see another player like Messi, but when we saw that dribble that he did on the 87th minute, I'm like, is that Lamine Yamal or is that Messi? Because he was pressed by 3 players on the goddamn sideline. On the sideline, not in the middle where he saw all the space on the right or left or from the front and in the back. He did not do a dribble like that. He did a dribble on the sideline, on his right flank, and pressed by 3 players. That ball could have easily been out of play, but Lamine Yamal did not allow that because of his amazing dribble. He went through 3 players and still continued play, and then the only choice the Brazilian team had was to foul Lamine Yamal to the ground. The last time we saw something so spectacular like that was with Messi. I'm like, dude, are you freaking kidding me? And then like he also did like some dribble that led towards Rodri's first penalty, going through 2 players. He was grilling Gomez and Wendell, 2 players from Brazil. He also made the assist to Dani Olmo. I remember he also did like something about like, I don't even know what this move is called, but I think it's like the snake. It is what Ronaldinho did in his prime, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna pull off that move in front of the Brazilian people, the fans, in front of Endrick, in front of Vinicius. You're gonna do exactly what Ronaldinho did in his prime? You're just instigating at this point. Lamine Yamal is making a fool out of Brazil's best players and most technical players. He also did like a quick and sharp pass to Carvajal that led towards another penalty, and I'm like, dude, like it looked so weird to see Lamine Yamal make a pass to Carvajal. I'm like, it almost looks like a Barcelona player passing it to a Real Madrid player. And so everything that he was doing it with conviction, with confidence. Spain's main source of attack was through Lamine Yamal, and you felt the danger that he was bringing, and I'm like, thank God this guy is a Barcelona player. And then by the end of the match, when people gave the standing ovation, when he did all of those things, right, from the penalty, from the assist to the dribbles to like the snake move, people have the audacity to still say Endrick was better than Lamine Yamal because he scored a goal. Like, dude, you know how this is going to play out? You know what I'm starting to see? We're going to see the exact same thing that we saw with Messi and Ronaldo 8 to 7 years ago. And I'm not talking about like in levels. I'm not talking about like, we're going to be seeing these 2 players at the same level of Messi and Ronaldo. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that in terms of like the conversation. Many people were saying that Ronaldo was better than Messi only because Ronaldo was scoring more goals. But if you actually saw the games between Messi and Ronaldo, many would say that Messi was the better player because he looked much more natural, more dangerous. He was much more involved. Ronaldo, in his prime, was rarely involved in any of the game plays, and all he had to do was tap-ins. The same thing is going to go on with Endrick and Lamine Yamal. Everybody's just going to be looking at the score lines, aka the Real Madrid fans, Manchester United fans, whoever hates on Barcelona, right? They're going to be looking at the score line and saying, oh my god, Endrick has more goals than Lamine Yamal. Endrick is the better player. And I'm like, dude, did you actually watch the games of these 2 two players. Lamine Yamal is clearly much more involved in the whole game. He brings assist, he brings creativity, he brings the entertainment, he brings everything. And I'm not even trying to like downplay Endrick in any way. I think that Endrick will be an amazing player. I know that he will be going down as like probably one of the all-time best Brazilian players. I'm just saying this to prove my point, because you know what pisses me off even more, and you know what kind of like amazes me even more, as a matter of fact, going back to the debate between Messi and Ronaldo. Do you guys know that when we were having those type of conversations, Ronaldo devoted his work on scoring goals? Messi never devoted his work on scoring goals. Never. He was just so good at it, but he was naturally always a playmaker that happened to score just as much as Ronaldo. And that is why we say that, you know, Messi was just much better, because he brings much more of a package. The same thing is going on with Lamine Yamal and Endrick. The same thing. Endrick is a devoted striker. Lamine Yamal is not a striker. Lamine Yamal is basically an attacking midfielder. And so what we are doing today is comparing an attacking midfielder with a striker. And for some reason, I feel like the same thing is going to play out. Lamine Yamal is going to so happen to be very good at scoring goals also, and people will still have the audacity to say Endrick is better than Lamine Yamal. Dude, if you want to compare Endrick to like some player, don't compare him to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is not in that category. Lamine Yamal should be compared to like a Salah or like Luis Diaz or any other winger. Endrick should be compared to like another striker. Maybe compare like Vitor Roque. Like, let's have that conversation. Not Lamine Yamal and Endrick. Yamal is going to be doing his own thing, and it's going to be amazing. And he will be a Barcelona player for the next 20 years. This is our guy. So in the end, this is going to be the final stats against Brazil. 1 assist, 1 penalty won, 29 passes, 86% pass accurate rate, 3 shots, 2 key passes, 1 big chance created, 6 out of 9 successful dribbles, 1 tackle, 1 interception, 11 out of 19 duels won. And I bet you, if you compare these numbers to what Endrick or Vinicius brought, it's going to be nowhere near that. It's just going to be saying 1 chance created or 1 goal, and then that's it. Like, that's it. Like, no other shots, no key passes, no chances created, no massive gains of successful dribbles, nothing. And so it's crazy. It is just so insane to see that Lamine Yamal is going to be probably the best right winger in the world. And thank God that Dembele left us in the summer, because if Dembele continued and we still had Rafinha, we probably would have minimized the minutes of Lamine Yamal even more. And I'm so grateful to know that Xavi Hernandez will be the coach of Yamal in the future, because the one coach that can bring the best out of Yamal is either Xavi Hernandez or Pep Guardiola. Only those two coaches. I can only see those two, and right now Xavi Hernandez is our current coach. And so in my top like 3 best right wingers right now, I would easily put Salah, Lamine Yamal, and Saka. And seeing his momentum and the type of confidence Yamal is building, I can't wait to watch Barcelona go up against Las Palmas, going up against PSG. It's going to be an amazing 2 months. Also, I would like to congratulate Lewandowski for going to the Euros for this year. They have beaten Wales in penalties, and so Lewandowski also did not get injured. He's going back to Barcelona. Everything is okay, but thank goodness, in the end, Barcelona have no injuries. And Yamal is showcasing to the world who he really is. So this is a moment for every Barcelona fan to celebrate. Let's focus for our next match, which will be happening on Saturday. I will be covering that match, of course, on this YouTube channel. If you guys did enjoy this video, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and keep up to date with everything regarding the Barcelona content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.